Welcome to the Exceptional One channel. Thank you for always supporting me by watching all my videos. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button after watching the entire video. Share the video and give it a thumbs up also if you really like the video. And comment in the section if you do have any questions or anything you want to say about the video. So let me discuss the yesterday finals between the FA Cup final between Manchester United and Manchester City, which saw Manchester City lifting the trophy. I think this is the 11th trophy all competition under Guardiola there. So congratulations to City again, but they still lacking a Champions League trophy to be considered a big club, right? So let's see if Guardiola is going to be able to lift it this season. So a couple of things. I have to say Manchester United, like offensively yesterday, the Rashford really needed help. Okay. It's time for them to go out there and get a striker. If not, at least two. But worst case, they can only get one. Because Rashford is not a striker. And if they can also bring back Mason Greenwood, hopefully all his off the field issues are all resolved. But if they can bring him in, play him as a right wing, and Rashford as a left wing, and get maybe a top striker, I think United might be a team to be reckoned with, and they can compete for the title next season. So, a couple of things about the game. Guardiola, as usual, he played three at the back. I'm not a fan of that system, but I think since he has so many players, he can afford to have that luxury to be rotating players like that. But at least what he has been consistent at and playing Kyle Walker and Ruben Diaz, those are his best defenders. But against Inter Milan, it might be a different outcome, right? Because everybody has been writing off Inter Milan, the Champions League. In Champions League, anything can happen. And Inter Milan, at least they have two finishers, Martinez and Zeko. Those are two finishers. Okay? They do not miss one-on-one situations. So City is going to have to watch out for that, especially playing three at the back. I don't know if Guardiola is still going to be playing three at the back or not, but that's something I'm going to be watching the next final and next Saturday. United, when it comes to their defense, they completely need an overhaul, right? The whole defense, they need to go out there this summer and buy better defenders. Get on top of buying a better striker, they also need some midfield. Yesterday's game, McTominay should have started the game. And Casemiro is definitely aging. He can keep up nowadays of his age. And Fred also, I don't think he should have started, but I guess the coach doesn't have anybody else right now. So those two just cannot cut it. United need to go out there and get better defenders, better midfield, and better strikers. If not, get at least one striker to help Rashford out. Rashford as a left wing, Mason Greenwood as a right wing, and another striker, yes, they can compete next season. But Greenwood situation, that's something I don't know what's going to happen. If not, they need to go and get another winger because Sancho, they pay a lot of money for him, but we haven't seen anything out of it all season. So Anthony, I don't know, he's still injured and there's still a question mark on him as well. So Eriksen didn't really have a good game also yesterday. But that's my intake of it. But when I was watching, my main focus was on how City are going to perform in the Champions League final against Inter Milan next weekend. But United did not win the game yesterday, but they did give City defense uh, a lot of they did bother them a lot. So hopefully Inter Milan will be watching that and exploiting some of the Manchester City's mistakes. So and yesterday also City, it wasn't their number one goalkeeper. So basically Guardiola has been shuffling things around. But I keep saying this, if he keeps playing three at the back like he's been doing, and John Stone in the midfield, which we know he's not a midfield, he's more of a center back, it might be a problem for them. But against Inter Milan, because like I said, Inter Milan has two very good finishers, strikers. That's all it takes in the Champions League. You don't need to play well, you don't need to have top players, but putting the ball in the net. That's all going to happen. And one small mistake City defense might make is going to cost them. Offensively, yes, they're going to score. They are very good offensively. But we don't know if that day against Inter Milan, the offense will still be the same. Because if they cannot score, they're going to be in trouble. I'm talking about City now, right? So let's see what happened. But United, this whole summer, they have a lot of work to do, just like a lot of top Premier League club, whether it is Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal, all those, they have a lot of work to do in order to compete at a higher level. Liverpool are not in the Champions League, but United, if they want to compete really hard in the Champions League, they're going to have to reshuffle the whole defense, get a couple of midfield and a striker. And I think they should be fine. But I'm waiting definitely to watch the Champions League final. That's what we are all waiting on. But it's hard to predict. I'm not going to predict at this point because Champions League, anything can happen. I'm keeping my eyes open. But I just wanted to comment on after watching the video that if you are a City fan, yes, you lifted the trophy, the FA Cup trophy, but the way the defense were getting tired, you have a reason to be worried. And because this is going to be Inter Milan, those one they have strikers, unlike United. So things might go, especially Inter Milan. They haven't been there in quite some time now. You know they're going to be motivated too to try and win it because they did not win the Serie A title even. So they know it's hard to be at this stage, making it to the final. You're going to give it your all. And I think it might be a different game than what everybody is expecting. Everybody gave the edge to Manchester City. But let's see if this season is going to be City's. And if Guardiola doesn't make any mistakes by coming up with like some bad lineups, I think they might have a chance. But let's wait and see. Thank you for watching my channel, The Exceptional One. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and let me know in the comment section.